again.
All right, and here with me is Montana Senator Tim Sheehy. He's also a former Navy SEAL. Senator, this is the real cost of war. It's something that we didn't want to think about, but I remember maybe you and I were even talking about it a few weeks ago, that something like this was always a possibility. This is what our troops train for. I know you trained for it in the SEALs. And you know, this is go time, but it can't get any more serious than this.
Well, we always have to weigh the risk to our forces and, of course, the lives of our young, great Americans against the threat that we face from whoever that may be, whether it's al-Qaeda, whether it's ISIS, or, of course, in this case, a murderous terror regime that has been killing Americans for almost 50 years. And in this case, as we know, we have lost one F-15 here. As far as we know, this is the only aircraft that may have been down by enemy fire so far this campaign. And to put things into perspective, and never to minimize, of course, any combat losses, but in about the same amount of time during the first Gulf War in Iraq in 1990-91, during the Desert Storm, Desert Shield air campaign, about 40-plus days, we lost about 45 U.S. aircraft to enemy fire in the same amount of time. We've been combating Iranian air defenses about the same time. We've only lost one. So I think it's important we keep the perspective here that although any loss is tragic, the reality is our force overmatch in our technology, and most importantly, the amazing training and courage of our troops is winning this fight.
Senator, we kept hearing throughout the day that, look, they claimed, the administration claimed they had near complete air superiority, almost total air superiority across Iran. We'd knocked out all of their defenses, but we obviously have not. What do you say to those skeptics, critics, malcontents, whatever you want to call them?
Well, again, I go back to the statistics I just outlined, which is, of course, it's accurate to say we've largely debilitated their ability to control their airspace. Their air defenses have largely been destroyed. Of course, there are still man-pads, which are literally shoulder-carried missile systems that ground troops can hide in trucks. They can hide in homes and caves and pop out and shoot them. There are vehicle-based systems that will always evade the ability for us to detect and destroy all of them. But structurally, the majority of the air defense systems have indeed been taken out. Again, that goes to show the comparison of our Iraq war. The Iraqi military was a pretty advanced capability back in the early 1990s, and in a 45-day air campaign, we lost 40-plus aircraft to enemy fire. In this almost same length, we've only lost one aircraft so far. So I think it's accurate to say we've largely established air superiority. What's going to happen next, of course, is the combat search and rescue operations, which are ongoing. We have specific units in the U.S. Air Force. This is all they train for. It's their exact purpose for existence is the Special Tactics Squadrons, the pararescuemen, some of the best trained men in the U.S. military, and they're specifically trained for this exact mission, which is to search for, rescue, and extract downed airmen.
Yeah, for any future, heaven forbid, incident like this, or obviously as we saw today. Senator, thank you very much, and I hope you and your family have a great Easter.
Thanks, Laura.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.